How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Vanilla Soup, and today, again, returning once more is my good pal, Joey Ferris. Go ahead and say hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
Oh, there's your sarcastic self we all know and love.
Yes, I'm back, sarcastic again, and everyone hates me yet again. I'm sorry, I'm back on my BS.
Back on that old BS. Never a truer statement has been said.
Nope.
Today, guys, what we want to talk about is Halo Infinite and Xbox this year at E3 of 2021. Joey, what are some things, like, off the top of your head that you would really love to see at the Xbox press conference? Maybe in regards to Halo, or maybe something else even that you would just really want to see at this E3 press conference?
Well, the only thing that comes up off the top of my head, and it's not even an exclusive Xbox franchise anymore, so I'd like to see at an E3 digital event or something, is Alan Wake 2. Like, there's rumors that it's happening. It's going to be published by, I don't remember if it's Epic Games or 505 Games. It's probably Epic, but yeah, rumors are that Alan Wake 2 is happening finally. It's only been like, what, 10, 11 years?
Yeah, and you're a huge fan of that first game, so I would love to see your reaction if that ends up happening.
Hope it does too. I'll always have, even if I don't react to every E3 thing live this year, I'm gonna have my camera propped up, just ready and ready to go.
And as for me, you always know I'm looking for that Halo Infinite news and reveals. I'm always about that. But regardless, Halo Infinite and the rest of Xbox properties, they're probably going to get some good representation this year. This year, as everyone knows, is Xbox's 20th year anniversary, and I expect nothing less than Xbox to pull out quite literally all the stops that they have available. I think lots of new game announcements that they've been holding on to for quite a bit. They were pretty quiet overall this last year. I mean, granted, yeah, COVID is a thing, but what was originally planned for this year that might still make it, because Halo Infinite was their big game supposedly last year, but we all know how that went.
Yeah, and it's bold of you to assume we're gonna see Halo Infinite at all this year. Like,
Yeah.
how dare you?
Yeah, gosh, imagine me getting my hopes up.
Seriously.
But yeah, I mean, the sky is the limit here with Xbox acquiring Bethesda even. I think there's some real big room for some big announcements here. And that's another thing I actually would want to talk about is the clarification that I feel is much needed on Bethesda and Xbox and how their partnership is going this movement forward. But why don't you weigh in on that, Joseph?
Okay, so with Bethesda, that's gonna be interesting to see this year. I don't expect, now that I think about it more, I don't know if I really expect any huge announcements coming from Bethesda during the Xbox showcase. They might show off Deathloop more, but Deathloop is still going to be a multi-platform release. But at the very least, maybe we'll see another tease for Starfield. I don't think Elder Scrolls 6, we're not going to see 6 for a while. We are not seeing that game for a long time. They even admitted that Starfield is going to come before Elder Scrolls 6. So I just think that just confirms, oh, we're not seeing Elder Scrolls 6 for a while. So there's
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I don't know what else to really expect from Bethesda coming into the Xbox conference. Maybe some itty bitty surprises here and there, but
Yeah.
I'm not expecting anything huge.
Yeah.
Maybe even within 3. Who knows? That just came off the top of my head.
I mean, ownership change is a huge deal, and that could set some things back. It could accelerate some things even. But I think one of the things I personally want to see the most isn't really like even a game announcement. It's like the clarification on Bethesda exclusives, how that's going to work. The big hubbub lately this week on Twitter was that Starfield is going to be an exclusive to Xbox and PC. Is that something you want to see, Joey? Because, exclusives do help sell consoles, but is that something you're
That
on
would
board with?
I don't doubt Starfield is going to be an exclusive. I
Yeah.
also don't doubt Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be an exclusive. I really think like every Bethesda game coming out after Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. Also, fun fact, Deathloop, I don't even think it's coming out on the Series X yet.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
think that's very
PS5.
good.
Yeah, that's really strange to me. Same with Ghostwire Tokyo. So, yeah, that even kind of it's even more confusing about what we're even going to see from Bethesda if they're going to be at Xbox's show. Hell, maybe they will announce that, yeah, this is coming out for Series X day and date with the other versions. We worked something out. But yeah, I don't doubt fully that Starfield and pretty much every big Bethesda release here forward. Man, I hope they only come out on Series X at this point. If imagine Starfield running on an Xbox One. Well, we don't even know what Starfield looks like, but I imagine it's only going to be next gen only.
Yeah, I think that is also going to be. I'm glad you said that. I love that you mentioned that because I think a big focus of this year's E3 is going to be selling you the new consoles, right? Give us a reason why we need to get Halo Infinite or Starfield on the Xbox Series X, and why we can't just be okay with the One X, because I've made it perfectly fine so far. There's only one game I've played so far that I'm like, oh, yep, I wish I've had the upgrade already, and that's Second Extinction. It's like the dinosaur Left 4 Dead game,
Right.
and it can chunk pretty hard. So yeah, I kind of am looking forward to not having that be a problem on these new games, because they're always getting bigger. But like I said before, guys, this is primarily a Halo channel, so let's round out this discussion with a little bit of Halo predictions. I am making a video next week all about specific predictions and what I think is going to happen for Halo at E3. So definitely subscribe if you're new. Check that out. It's going to be an awesome time. But for right now, Joey, is there any Halo predictions that you think are just going to happen at E3?
I think what's going to happen at E3 is we are going to get, at the very least, a release window for Halo Infinite. I don't think we're going to get a release date yet, but they will also announce a Halo Infinite multiplayer beta. It's not going to come out during E3. It'll come out a little later down the line, but that's what I'm anticipating. Maybe even a Halo Infinite alpha at the soonest.
Yeah,
so
like maybe a closed
gonna...
alpha, like for select insiders. That'd be cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, or even like series exclusive to only Series X and Series S users.
Yeah.
That would be extra enticing there, but I don't think we're going to see a single player demo at all.
Yeah, so
we're going to see someone play a single player demo, but we're not going to be able to play it like from home on our Xboxes. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, so I actually it's interesting because I feel like I have a different opinion on most of the things there because, well, first of all, we do have a release window already, which is interesting. They did say fall, so that could mean
that could mean a lot, right?
So, but where I agree with you on that also is that I think they may not say it's November 15th, which is what we're all expecting. They may just say November, and that might be what they stick with, because I think sometimes it's about time we get a concrete date, but given the world going and what's going on still, it might be best for them just to say a month. And then,
well, here's what's going to happen. It's still going to be a release window of spring 2022. That's what's going to happen.
Exactly. I forgot that Halo Infinite was delayed again already. My bad. that's what all the media tells me anyway.
Exactly.
Something also that I would really like to point out too is the demo that you talked about. Like, you don't think we're going to get a gameplay demo for campaign? I agree. I think we'd be hard pressed to get a campaign demo, but I think it would be really helpful for the game's launch if we did get to see some sort of updated visual guide compared to last year, and see how 343 took that feedback and see how the game has evolved, no pun intended, over this last year and what they did with their time. But yeah, I'm also of the mind kind of that we might get that multiplayer beta sooner rather than later. When you look at the Halo 5 multiplayer beta, that was almost like 10 months before the game came out. So if we're going to get a beta or a flight at all and get the most fruits out of that flighting, then it would make sense, I think, to be sooner rather than later. I don't think they'll do one in October and then have the game come out in November, because then the beta's pointless.
That's true. Yeah, I forgot. Halo 5, wasn't that beta in January or February or something?
Yeah, it was December 28th to January 13th of that next year.
That's a really soon time.
Yeah, and that was a 3-week period. So I would really be hard pressed to believe that they're going to do that again. I personally am of the mind that they're going to do something soon, and it's going to be a big stress test over a weekend. Because honestly, that's what I think Halo Infinite, if it's going to have any multiplayer problems at launch, it's going to be server load. It's going to be the bugs, because that's just kind of what we're expecting from modern games these days. So it's just it's just something that we've gotten used to.
And that's what happened to Master Chief Collection, and that did Yeah, that was not good press to have.
Yeah. So yeah, if they want to get that fixed, like if there is any problems, I'm not saying there is, but if there is like big problems, they need to do it like that night. I think it would be so cool if they were just like, oh yeah, by the way, Halo Infinite flighting begins tonight and goes through Monday. Like, oh, that'd be so cool.
Yes, it would be so awesome. But why? But tell me again, why is Master Chief going to be in Smash, Kyle?
Oh yeah, that's another thing we need to talk about. So if you haven't checked out my video already, guys, I've already made a video detailing all of the sort of weird things that have been going on at Xbox that note to something going on between Xbox and Nintendo here. But yeah, my big prediction is that Master Chief is coming to Smash Bros. I think Xbox and the team there has shown time and time again that they love working with other folks and love doing that that collaboration if they can, because I mean, we've gotten some Xbox games on Switch and they do really well there. So I think it only would make sense if they want to capitalize on, you know, making that sweet cheddar for Halo Infinite, that they would want that rep in Smash Bros. Get a Master Chief in his Halo Infinite look, all gussied up, looking fine. You know, I think that would make perfect sense.
Grappling hook is the grab. Let's do it.
Yep. And then like for a down smash, it could be the energy sword or like a rocket launcher. Oh man, there's so many possibilities. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me, Joey. I really hope you guys at home enjoyed this discussion. Let me know your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Do you think Xbox is going to have a really good showing this year? Really interested to hear your thoughts. But before we close out, Joey, why don't you leave these fine folks with a little bit about where they can find you?
Well, you can find my works over at youtube.com/GameXplain. Be sure to subscribe there. We got some videos coming out. We always got videos coming out. We come out with videos every day, man. It's a lot. But I'm also available on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Don't follow me on Facebook, but I'm also on Twitter at Ferris Wheel Pro. So be sure to check me out there. Well, no, when add me as a friend, I'll decline it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, Joseph. Guys, again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the discussion, leave a like. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you're new, subscribe. We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you next time as well. All right. Until next time, guys, I'll see you online. Vanilla Soup, out.